Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome to the Marking Sustainability Network Achievements 2020 ceremony and the launch of 2021. My name is Fatima Bistaki and I will be your MC for today. I would now like to invite to the platform Dr. Blade Rattab, Chief Economist and Senior Director of Economic Research and Sustainable Development Sector at Dubai Chamber, to give the welcome and keynote speech. Over to you, Dr. Blade.
Thank you, Ms. Fatima. I'm glad to be here with you. Dear guests, ladies and gentlemen, dear friends, it has been some time we haven't met. Today is a great day to have everyone around. That gives us great pleasure. Although it was a cloudy day, given circumstances, but we are here and we are up and running. And this is exactly what the purpose is of having those spirits around, spirits like you, to keep driving life and to make it lively and sustainable for the future. Thank you for being with us today. A very good morning to everyone and welcome to this event. Today, we are proudly acknowledging the achievements of the Dubai Chamber Sustainability Network over the last year and unveiling the action plans for 2021. As you know, we are hard workers and we keep working and driving each other for the next levels. But first, I would like to extend my warm welcome to the 80 new organizations which joined recently the Sustainability Network Club. We wish them a successful 2021 together with us. Now, with the 69 strong memberships, the Sustainability Network shows determination to acclaim a significant role of an advocator for business responsibility and sustainability for the long term, and transferring the practice to the entire business community in Dubai and the UAE. The practice which will positively impact the way we look forward, the way we do business in Dubai and UAE, while raising the flag of Dubai's business reputation in the world. It is our concern to be there, present, here in the region as well as in the rest of the world. The way we do business is going to bring us to the next levels. Today, we are acknowledging as example of our performance indicators, a highly positive note herewith that the Dubai Chamber Sustainability Network has successfully stepped up in 2020 to protect the organizations and has supported tremendously the stakeholders to cope with the COVID-19. We have seen the first wave, how it has been managed and how on track it has been brought about, and we have succeeded to get out of it much stronger than before. It has gratefully initiated new CSR programs pertinent to the managing of this disease and had positively impacted the general business environment in Dubai. Thank you all for your everlasting engagement. With your commitment, the Center for Responsible Business will also keep thriving, and it did since its establishment in 2004. It will, of course, continue pursuing the cause of CSR and the drive for a sustainable future together with you, to support you, to provide you with all necessary environments and conducive environments, enablers to do your job properly. Up to date, CRB has hosted more than 100 training programs and produced over 60 reports on the state of CSR, in addition to dozens of other publications such as CSR toolkits, case studies, guidebooks, as well as over 60 issues of CSR review newsletters to keep members informed and prepared to enroll in new CSR ventures. It is our role, it's your role. Together we are strong. Since its launch in 2008, Engage Dubai Corporate Volunteering Initiative has involved over 30,000 volunteers from more than 200 companies who have dedicated nearly 150,000 hours of their proper time to make a real difference in the lives of around 18,000 beneficiaries. That's great news. Above and beyond, we are proud to note that 370 Dubai Chamber CSR labels have been awarded since the label has been launched in 2010. For years, the Center for Responsible Business has been building momentum for the business community and its stakeholders to act and react sustainably when and where required. It has significantly translated this in a robust business resilience and prompt responsiveness of Dubai Chamber Sustainability Network to COVID-19 pandemic. It is a huge challenge that we have faced all together. It has launched, for example, the program of prompt payment to suppliers and subcontractors to encourage responsible payment practices among the stakeholders within their respective markets. In this context, Sustainability Network has also organized 19 events in 2020 alone, relating to how to respond to COVID-19 and adapting to the new normal, because we are still working on that one and the normal is still far to be reached. These events were attended by more than 10,000 participants representing a wide range of industries and discussed important issues such as, but not limited to, employee health, wellness and safety, engaging youth and talents, supply chain continuity, personal preventive equipment, shortages that we have faced, if you recall, engaging remotely people of determination through assistive technology. All these activities have offered great opportunities to the business community to directly interact with the government entities and to learn about their policies and challenges. All of you know those ministries and all decision makers and policy preparation entities that we have been able to meet and discuss and brainstorm together with. Furthermore, it has contributed 2020 Sustainability Week, emphasizing employee health and safety and well-being, which was the most needed talk at that period. And it is still up and running, which attracted more than 57,000 participants from 272 organizations and organized more than 417 activities by different companies. During the same week, a great value to the entire community at large, including all stakeholders. Part of it are the governments. We have learned from governments, from established organizations, policy preparatory entities, but we have also added views and experiences and practice from the business community and help those decision makers to take appropriate decisions and to act promptly to face the challenges that we were so challenging that time. Sustainability Network will launch new task forces to continue driving our sustainability and responsibility for the next level in 2021. We are not going to stop here. You have all Dubai Chamber support to maximize the positive impact on your organizations first, other businesses, and the general business environment at large. This is your role. It has been assigned by you. You are strong enough. Do your job. Everyone will be acknowledging your work, and you are at the right place to do it, and you have all the ingredients and enablers to achieve. Therefore, new task force will be launched soon, covering new impactful actions and programs, while intensifying the existing ones to magnify their footprint in generating new spirit for a sustainable future, such as promoting prompt payment charter. This has been done, but some reviews are still required, and together with you, with the new joining members, we are happy to share to revise for the final draft and then submit decision makers to adopt and circulate and start implementing the most appropriate way. You have noticed how much progress has been made over the last year, and there is a lot more to look forward to in the coming months. We are extremely grateful to our members, partners, and managements to their continued support. Thank you for being with us here. Keep it up and safe. We really count on you, and please count on us. We are here for you. We are for each other. Thanks a lot for being with us together, and we are looking forward to listen to your discussions, and I wish you a very informative conferencing. Thank you very much. The floor is yours, Benita. Sorry. Sanjita.
Thank you very much, Dr. Belaid. I would now like to request Dr. Sangeeta Sharma, Program Manager at Dubai Chamber Center for Responsible Business, to give a presentation on the Sustainability Network Achievements 2020 and the launch of 2021. Over to you, Dr. Sangeeta.
Thank you very much, Fatma. And first and foremost, I would like to thank Dr. Bilek for a very inspiring and encouraging speech. And not only this, I would also like to thank him for coming up with this whole idea of the Dubai Chamber Sustainability Network and making it happen, making it real the way we see it today, supporting companies in their sustainability journey since 2010. We are all very proud of you, Dr. Bilek, for giving this beautiful gift of the Dubai Chamber Sustainability Network to the Dubai business community. So thank you very much. And now coming on to the achievements of 2020. Yes, you all have witnessed that this year has been an extremely successful and a remarkable year for all of us together. It has been a year of learnings and unlearning so many things together with the members. And we are very proud to say at the same time that, it was a year for CRB, for us to create a win situation for the Sustainability Network members and overall for Dubai business community in winning over the COVID-19 pandemic that hit all of a sudden. And we are very proud to say that, our network members also, they continued their commitment and strong passion in continuing the CSR initiatives, sustainability initiatives, in spite of the situation, the challenges that they were facing. Yes, so our network has actually grown very strong and very big. We are 69 member companies in the sustainability network, and actually it runs across sectors, across regions, across geographies and sizes. So we have multinationals, we have regional companies, as well as local companies. We have large companies, big and small. And this year we were joined by 18 new companies, which again shows that, there is a strong drive among Dubai business community in carrying forward the agenda of CSR and sustainability, even in the midst of a pandemic and irrespective of the externalities. We had Scott Bedder, Dubai Technologies, MVP Tech, Unimix, Al Ansari Exchange, Dubai Duty Free, Swiss, Precision, Emicool, Jindal, Arabian Packaging, Pure Energy, Imdad, Semtech, Cyrus Group, Noor Takaful, Yes Full Circle Solutions, and Michelin. And it makes me feel very, very proud to see their commitment towards CSR and sustainability. Now, we had for 2020, we had 9 task forces, and based on the high priority themes of intervention that the companies have selected for themselves. And it gives us immense proud again to say that, they achieved 100% of their objectives and deliverables. And those objectives and deliverables, they achieved mainly in the form of learning and development, capability building, sharing knowledge on best practices, advocating on the issues that they were facing. And we are very thankful to the lead companies of the task forces, and these lead companies being the representative company of their own task forces actually played a very, very crucial and a proactive role in immediately taking the lead position in terms of also mapping and identifying what are the key critical issues, challenges that, the companies have started facing as soon as the pandemic hit. And they were the ones who worked very closely with Center for Responsible Business in order to ensure what are the various issues, for example, the employees' health and safety, the safe disposal of PPE kits, and the safe disposal of e-waste that immediately, surged due to the remote working. Business continuity, resilience in supply chain, how to engage people of determination remotely, how to make use of assistive technology for them. So these were some of the issues that they are the ones who identified immediately and liaised with the Uae Chamber team in order to ensure that we are immediately able to cope up with this immediate need and challenge that they're facing by organizing 15 high-profile events in which we sourced speakers from across geographies on from the experts that were in those respective fields that members wanted to hear from. And the speakers were from government sector, private sector, and even not-for-profit organizations that had the expertise, the knowledge, the immediate solutions to deal with, that shared the various strategies, the approaches, tools, mechanisms, end-to-end implementing process as potential solutions to deal with some of the challenges that our companies were facing. And as Dr. Bilate said, we are very happy, we are very proud to see how companies have emerged out very, very strongly, highly resilient from the COVID-19 pandemic, especially the first phase. So it's equally encouraging for us as well to see the impact of these knowledge sharing sessions on our businesses. And that's what the Uae Chamber promotes and supports the Uae business community. It was also a great achievement of the Uae Chamber Sustainability Network to see how member companies have actually organized campaigns. I still remember when we had a mid-year review meeting, we were thinking as a CRB team that, maybe companies will not be able to take the campaigns this year. But to our surprise, when we had mid-year review meeting, they were all discussing on how can we proactively and immediately take up the campaigns within an organization to implement some of the practices that they have learned through the webinars and how they can create a difference within their own company. And we organized these 4 campaigns that these companies took up internally within their own organizations. Celebrating diversity and inclusion. Here are the glimpses of how companies participated and created a difference. Let's reduce and recycle campaign. Pedestrian safety for road safety. And let's create a healthy and a happy workplace, which was also organized as a part of the Uae Chamber Sustainability Week 2020 and was one of the objectives and deliverables of Employees Welfare and Wellbeing Task Force. And as Dr. Bilate said, that we have more than 10,000 participants, and this is a very conservative figure, to be honest with you, that we have put of the employees who have participated in different events and campaigns. Another big achievement of the Uae Chamber Sustainability Network members is sharing their knowledge and developing content for the various publications that were published in 2020 in the form of toolkit, checklist, guidebook, case studies. One of these is how to reduce, reuse, and recycle office solid waste. And it's a step-by-step guide on how actually you can implement a successful office solid waste management program. It even tells the criteria of how to select your waste management partner. Then the members came up with a checklist on how to retrofit the green buildings, existing buildings into green buildings, and what are the various steps that can be taken up. Again, a toolkit on greening existing buildings. So it tells what are the various indicators that can actually be used, parameters that can be continuously measure and monitor in order to make progress on those fronts and green your existing buildings. At the same time, members also contributed heavily towards sharing their own case studies, how they retrofit their existing buildings into green buildings. And I think the key success factor in all of these publications is that they are a permanent feature. They will be there on the website, and they will be available to the entire business community. And using these, because these are all based on the practical knowledge of the member companies, so these will be available for the Dubai business community to actually make change in their existing practices or completely change their practices and adopt new as per the toolkits. At the same time, knowing that, late payment is one of the main problem that creates a disruption in cash flow management. And actually, we all know that delay in the payments to the suppliers and vendors leads to further delay in the projects and further delay in the payments down the supply chain. So, and the worst sufferers are the SMEs. So in order to deal with this issue and raise awareness among the broader business community in UAE, we created, or the members actually created a new task force. They launched it in July 2020 on prompt payment practices for subcontractors and suppliers to raise awareness among the broad business community on how late payments can actually affect overall business, supply chain, and economy, and so how to avoid it. In order to share some of the best practices, some of the systems and processes that can be incorporated internally in order to fasten the payment process, in order to prevent any kind of delays, we also organized a public webinar in which more than 58 companies participated as the task force deliverables. One of the key highlight of this particular task force is that they came up with a prompt payment charter as a code of conduct. It's still at a draft stage. And the main highlight of this particular charter is that it will be available to the Dubai business community for signing and pledging to make payments on time to their suppliers and vendors. And also at the same time, another highlight is that it details out the enablers that are required in order to make systemic changes within an organization to actually make fast payments and prevent any kind of delays. It's under management review at this time, and we will soon sharing with you all so that you can give your valuable feedbacks and comments, and we'll be incorporating these so that task force members will soon share with the rest of the business community. Now, as you all know, that partnerships and collaborations is one of the main strengths of the Dubai Chamber Sustainability Network. And we partnered with different government organizations, non-government organizations. We partnered in 2020 with the Ministry of Climate Change and Environment and Emirates Nature. And together, they organized 3 workshops on how to measure, monitor, and reduce carbon emissions. And our network members have overwhelmingly participated in these workshops and have made a difference in their own carbon emissions and reductions. At the same time, we also got a very good feedback on our partnership with Ministry of Human Resources and Amortization in 2020, where it came as a big challenge on how Emiratis can be, or locals or nationals can be engaged remotely. And there we organized 2 sessions in partnership with them. Similar support was rendered by Ministry of Health and Prevention, RTA, KHTA, GBCI, Emirates Green Building Council, and Emirates Nature. And we are really very thankful to them for all their support. Now, coming on to plans 2021, knowing that, remote working is under consideration by a lot of organizations, and our member companies have strongly advocated for this particular task force, and they have launched it. And also it's a result of the roundtable discussion that happened during the Dubai Chamber Sustainability Week 2020, where the benefits of the remote working and the various challenges associated with it were discussed. And so the companies have launched this as a new task force in 2021. And then these are some of the top priority themes that companies have shared with us as are listed here, around which the knowledge sharing sessions, the campaigns, publications will be organized in 2021 as per the demand from the companies and as per their requirements. Last but not the least, I would also like to thank our team members in CRB who are working all time together in order to ensure that the Uae Chamber Sustainability Network is as successful as any other year. And we are really thankful to them and would like to acknowledge their contributions towards it. So thank you very much and congratulations to all of you for your great achievements. And we are very hopeful that year 2021 will be a year of new milestones for you all. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Sangeeta. We will now turn our attention to experience, learning, and reflection presentations by our Sustainability Network members. I would like to invite Ms. Yasmin Berber, General Business Manager at Nestlé, to share their experience. Over to you, Ms. Yasmin.
Hello, good morning to all, and thank you for this opportunity. Thank you, Sangeeta, for always facilitating this platform, which energizes all of us on having robust road plans and roadmaps that can help us, add value, expand our experiences, and ensure there is a healthy knowledge transfer. So, I want to introduce to you, next please. So who we are as Nestlé and what do we stand for? We've been existing for more than 155 years, and our purpose is to unlock the power of food to enhance quality of life for everyone today and generations to come. Our values are rooted in respect, and we believe that there are three big buckets we can contribute to through our creating shared values, which is individuals, families, our communities, and our planet. And our commitments, they are framed in line with the UN Sustainable Development Goals. And they do define the role that we play in society and how through our brands with purpose, we can as well bring our purpose to life. For example, under individuals and families, we want to enable healthier and happier lives. We do offer tastier and healthier food choices. We inspire people to lead healthier lives, and as well building and sharing and applying knowledge in nutrition. When it comes to our communities, we want to create a bigger impact to help to develop thriving and resilient communities. We play a role in enhancing rural livelihoods, respecting and promoting human rights, and promoting decent employment and diversity. When it comes to the planet, we want to take action in stewarding resources for future generations. So we have the Alliance for Stewardship and Caring for Water and acting on climate change. Now we have defined our roadmap for 2050 and how we can safeguard the environment. Next. So Nestlé Needs Youth is one of our as well 3 flagship initiatives bringing our purpose to life. And here as well, we have integrated with Dubai Chamber under the Amortization Task Force, because when it comes to Nestlé Needs Youth, it is an initiative where we do want to foster career opportunities for our youth in the region by enriching local talents, building a talent pipeline for future leaders in our company, and enhancing youth employability in general. For example, since 2016, We have hired more than 1,800 youth under age of 30 and impacted more than 30,000 students. With the Alliance for Youth, we call for collaborations, and we do have partnerships with more than 40 companies across MENA to amplify actions to tackle unemployment and further increase youth impact and hire. Next. So what did we do? How did we leverage the platform of Dubai Chamber? We've contributed to different task forces, for example, amortization, employees, welfare and well-being, diversity and inclusion, sustainable supply chain, road safety, waste management. So different colleagues, be it in our factories in the UAE or our head office for Middle East, and my operating company Nestle UAE, we have integrated. We trust we were able to add value, inspire others, and even learn from many valuable stakeholders in Dubai Chamber network. Next. So in 2019 as well, there was this memorable event where we have been recognized for our contributions in Dubai Chamber, and we are thankful for this. And among all the colleagues existing from other companies, we were able as well to grasp learning, to cross-fertilize, and this is something we're proud of, to have this bridge of communication among all partners. Next. So one of the initiatives we contributed to, it was about reducing and recycling campaign during the Sustainability Week. And we were in all our sites one of the first to deploy all the waste segregation bins and to stop completely the single use of plastics and paper cups in the workplace. So we walked everyone through our experience and how did we do it, how did you educate our employees in order to shape our behavior and contribute better to better practices that safeguard the environment. Next. As well, we continuously share knowledge and expertise in how to be zero waste to landfill company. So here we had as well our colleague Siva. He's heading safety, health, environment in MENA, and we shared how across all our 25 factories for food, beverage, and waters, we successfully eliminated all waste to landfill, which we are really proud of. And this is one factor of our act towards the climate. Next. As well, we contributed on speaking on environmental sustainability when it comes to supply chain, how we transport our food, how we are as well reducing our CO2 footprint across all the value chain from farm to fork. So as well, this is conducive and adds value to all participants, knowing our size and scale and the initiatives that we have been rigorously following up and implementing. Next. So when it comes to diversity and inclusion, this is as well a core topic close to my heart because I've been with Nestle for more than 16 years, and since the onset as well of the whole gender balance task force in Nestle, I've been there and I saw the evolution of it. So as well, we had the pleasure, myself and my colleague Siwar Zain, to share our journey towards gender balance, diversity and inclusion, and as well empowering women in the workplace. With all the milestones that we've done, the research and the initiatives. So definitely we are always happy to share more on this front, because it is a continuous journey towards excellence in more inclusion and capitalizing on the amazing diversity that we have to enrich our workplace. Next. So 2020, yes, it was disruptive to all of us, but it didn't stop us from still exercising initiatives and campaigns that, bridge the distance gaps, but it kept us socially connected despite having many months working from home. So more than ever, it was important to capitalize on our diversity and think of creative ways as well of how we can be all included in a certain campaign and take pride of our heritage, of our backgrounds. So we've done, we leveraged the workplace, which is like Facebook for companies, where we started to cook and do this cooking team building activity at home with our families and sharing our dishes. And as well, we incentivized employees to share, to inspire, to talk about it, and we had winners. And this was part and parcel of the campaign that was as well launched by Dubai Chamber. So usually we used to celebrate such things in office, but because of COVID and being aware of the protocol, we opted to connect online and to continue with this drive. Next. As well, the health and well-being of our employees is always paramount. Safety comes first, and this shows our people centricity in Nestle. So we always continue to talk about health, about well-being, about not only the physical health, but also mental health. So we had beautiful module of so many inspiring videos that taught us about leading healthier lives, be it the physical side of it, the importance of sleep, the importance of sports and nutrition and healthy eating. So we ensured that all employees engaged with this rollout, which really added value and helped us make a difference. We launched the flu vaccine campaign like we do every year. We had the breast cancer awareness campaign as well, which we always launch internally and externally with shoppers in retail. We also conducted the happiness survey, which Dubai Chamber inspired us with, and it's great that despite all the interruption to what happened in 2020, we were very focused to continue fluid communication, support, caring for our employees, and the results speak for themselves on being very happy and happy at 100% across all employees. Next. So again, when it comes to safety, we do have the training, which every year we re-emphasize, and we launch new modules to it. So it keeps educating all of us, since in our type of work as well, we do have sales, we do have distribution, we do have the medical team. So most of us are on the roads, and that's why it's very important not to take such matters for granted and to continue educating and making a difference to our team. So this was one of the contributions as well in Dubai Chamber with the rest of stakeholders. Next. So simply it is, I just wanted to share a few interventions that we did among the stakeholders in Dubai Chamber and capitalize that really what makes us all better, it's when we have something good and we share it. We try to leverage this network to create a positive ripple effect, to inspire and be inspired, to cross-fertilize. It's very important we continue sharing. No one has it all, no matter how big or regional or whatever. Always there are things that we can try, we can experiment. the networking is rich, and I'm happy to see more participants joining Dubai Chamber from different sectors and different sizes. And this access to us, it helps us to unite our efforts, because concerted efforts create the needed the needed actions in order to really create a favorable impact to our community, to our teams in the UAE. Next. So my message to all is, let's leverage Dubai Chamber as a key vehicle of learning, of support, of positive influence. And our active participation, it really helps to seed opportunities. Let's be transparent as well on our issues and the challenges. Not everything is rosy. Definitely, every year we do have challenges imposed by the economy, by maybe certain regulation. So by being vocal, we can as well be creative in suggesting solutions that can help us have a better working environment, and better policies and regulations that can facilitate our entities to prosper and to make the desired impact. So together we make a difference, together we rise. And I'm really thankful to all the team in Dubai Chamber and all the stakeholders who are participants for the learning, for the tips they share. And my wish to you is to take good care of yourselves, your teams, and to stay healthy. Thanks, Tangita, again for this opportunity.
Thank you very much, Ms. Yasmin. I would now like to request Mr. Kiran Kumar, Country HSE Manager at ABB, to share their experience. Over to you, Mr. Kiran.
Thank you, Fatima. Thank you so much. First of all, I would like to thank Dr. Bilaid and Dr. Sangeeta for giving me this opportunity to share our journey with Dubai Chamber of Commerce. It's been great thing to hear from Dr. Bilaid, that I know he has been a great leader, and he has actually given a good platform for the companies and communities, business communities, to come and share across. And it's really great, Dr. Sangeeta, to see the memberships are growing on. And Yasmin, I think your presentation is very good. I've really enjoyed it, especially some of the initiatives that you have taken, food, road safety, really good. And also I do agree with you, Dubai Chambers take the leverage of Dubai Chambers and use it as a vehicle for support. Myself, I'm Kiran Kumar. I'm the Country HSE Manager. I take care of sustainability affairs as well, and I'm also taking care of electrification business in the UAE and Gulf countries. Next, please. A little bit about ABB. We are a global company with over 110,000 employees, more than 100 countries. We are working and serving employees, stakeholders. In the UAE, we are just over 600 employees. But the beauty is we have got 50 nationalities in the UAE alone. So I'm really proud of ABB, of having a very diverse company. Next, please. What do we do, and where do we support? We are primarily into electrical business, electrical automation, process automation. We serve all across different utilities, industries, transport, and infrastructure, and we are there globally. Next, please. A little bit about ABB's sustainability journey. We have started our own journey back in 1994. And it's a long journey. We have adopted to all the changes, what's happening across the globe, and we try to reinvent ourselves. We have put forth issues, and we have been proactive company, taken care of issues like social issues, the human rights issues, energy efficiency, supply chain management, and then we have put sustainability in our business strategy. And in the UAE, we have actually moved along with the global strategy. Next, please. Next, please. Yeah, thank you. Yes, we did not stop there. We have put forth our long-term strategy up to 2030. And we are primarily focusing on all the areas, as you can see, suppliers, partners, our own operations, sales and marketing, distribution, our customers are one of our key stakeholders. Then we have put some strategic priorities and solution development. We try to cut our own greenhouse gas emissions in our own facilities. We are trying to achieve zero emissions by end of 2030. We are trying to embed circularity in our business models, and we value the people. People are the key assets for any organization. So ABB values its people, and we do the business in a right way, in a transparent way. I'm really proud to share that ABB has been recognized as one of the world's most sustainable companies by Corporate Knights very recently in the month of January, and we have really moved in our rankings from last year. So I'm really proud to share that we are one of the most sustainable companies globally. Next, please. Our contributions in the UAE in general, as I said, we are into society, the community, the environment. We spread all across. We do some financial donations to the organizations with special abilities. We are working in the community on the road safety with Abu Dhabi government. We are taking care of the environment, our own operations. We are part of the Dubai Chambers Center for Responsible Business, being with all the member companies, and we also train our blue collar employees on improving their skills and talents. We are donating our electrical equipment, laptops to schools and organizations free of cost. And also we are partnering with universities and schools here locally to work closely with them to increase their talents, to share the knowledge, and to bring about more Emiratis into the organizations. Next, please. These are few recognitions over the years. ABB has been working, but I'm glad to share that ABB has been recognized with these awards. That we are being watched by somebody else, and they are recognizing our efforts. Next, please. Yes, we are one of the principal members of all these organizations, locally as well as globally. We are working very closely with all these organizations. Dubai Chambers is one of the most important partner where we are working locally in the UAE, and globally also. We work with some of those international organizations. Next, please. Coming to our association with Center for Responsible Business. Next, please. Well, I'm really proud to say that ABB is one of the first organizations who have joined a Sustainability Network Group back in 2011. I think first 1 or 2 years was brainstorming sessions with the CRB members, with the member companies who have joined initially on how to set a roadmap, what should be our deliverables, what should be our strategies, and where should be our focus areas. So it was a great journey with Dubai Chambers, and we have taken part in all the strategic decisions of Dubai Chamber Center for Responsible Business, where we are able to contribute to the journey, and we have completed 10 years of great learning, sharing, and gathering knowledge. Next, please. Well, we are part of Dubai Chambers in almost all the events that Dubai Chambers CRB is taking care, Sustainability Network Group. We are part of Dubai Engage different programs every year. We are taking part of the programs. We are also being recognized by Dubai Chambers as CSR label, and then we are also part of SME mentoring programs. Next, please. And particularly when it comes to sustainability network groups, we have taken part in most of the task groups right from 2011. The most important ones are road safety, blue collar welfare, employee welfare, SME development, sustainable supply chain, waste management, diversity and inclusion, and amortization. Though some of the names have changed of late, but we were part and parcel of most of these programs. Next, please. We have led certain task groups. We had a privilege to lead certain task groups. For example, health and safety task group, road safety task group. And then for the past 2 years, ABB was leading amortization task force. And it was a great journey and great learning I mean, being the lead company and working with other member companies. Next, please. Well, what have we gained being part of a Center for Responsible Business? I think it is very difficult and hard to say what we have gained, but I've tried to put some information in one slide. It was a great learning experience. It has given us an opportunity to introspect ourselves, where we are doing, what we are doing, and are we really, giving the best to benchmark ourselves, to recalibrate our efforts and things whatever happening in the UAE, and reinventing ourselves. To be honest, keeping up to the trend and up to the knowledge. And also, it is a great opportunity to know what's happening around the world and in the UAE on the sustainability matters. One of the most remarkable things being part of this task force group members is people. I mean, I think Yasmin has mentioned it's a great opportunity to meet a lot of wonderful people, very knowledgeable, talented, and very humble people. I've met so many people in Dubai Chambers who are like-minded, who are very humble, who have a great knowledge and willing to share knowledge with others. It's a great platform. And also some of the initiatives we have actually taken back from the Chamber of Commerce, Center for Responsible Business, like health and safety, some energy initiatives, water saving initiatives, diversity and inclusion, amortization. We have taken it internally and we have leveraged with those task groups. Next, please. Well, our contribution may not be very huge, but we have contributed whatever we could do. We have been part and parcel of almost most of the task groups, as I mentioned in the beginning, and we have also contributed, directly, indirectly, to the CRB workshops and seminars. Our teams, our colleagues have come and delivered some presentations and shares our knowledge, where we have shared our knowledge through toolbox talks and developing manuals, and we have done some best practice sharing with other member companies, and also we are part of the SME task force for mentoring those small companies on the journey towards sustainability. Next, please. Well, to be just to highlight a very few things that are notably very good in terms of specific initiatives. ABB, as part of the amortization task force, we have really accelerated our efforts in amortization program, and ABB has won the first ever Uae Amortization Award under the medium industry category, and I think probably ABB is the only multinational corporation in that category. We are really proud of this achievement. And another good initiatives that we have taken up in line with energy and resource management. We have put up solar roof panels on our factory, and we are actually the first private company to actually connect to the grid of DIVA. It was a long journey. We actually worked with DIVA to formulate the guidelines on how private organization can actually connect to the DIVA grid, and we have developed the guidelines of DIVA. And so far, we have saved more than 2,000 megawatts hours, and it is still producing, and we are really proud of this. And also, health and safety of our employees has always been a top priority, and it will continue to be a top priority. Very specifically, we have started a global health and safety week where all the factories around the world in 100 countries will celebrate Health and Safety Week. Includes a lot of programs, awareness sessions, external events, internal training programs on mostly health, safety, and environmental topics. And we also have a global CEO awards for the best safety performances. Next, please. These are some of the moments which I would like to share in Dubai Chambers, and then also with the help of Chambers, some other initiatives that we have taken up. Next, please. We will not stop here. Our journey will continue. We will be part and parcel of Dubai Chamber Center for Responsible Business. We will be taking part of amortization, diversity and inclusion, road safety, welfare. But we would also like to expand our outreach in the sustainability areas, not only in Dubai, but also in other Emirates in the UAE, where we want to actually support the other Emirates and also the local entities. Next, please. Next, please. Yeah, thank you. Our message to rest of the members, I think I would really emphasize what Yasmin said. Use Dubai Chambers as a key vehicle of support. It's a great platform where we can meet a lot of knowledgeable people. It's a great learning experience all throughout the year and many years. And also it is a platform where we can get up-to-date knowledge on sustainability issues. It's a great platform for learning and sharing. And as members, we need to expand the Dubai Chamber CRB memberships to our partners, our contractors, where they can also learn something from the task groups, and they can also contribute for a more sustainable business community. So thank you again. Thank you, Dr. Bilaid and Dr. Sangeeta, for giving me this opportunity. Thanks to Dubai Chambers once again, and thanks to all the presenters.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kiran. I would now like to invite Mr. Benny Kabantuk, HR Manager at Circle Group, to share their experience. Over to you, Mr. Benny.
Good morning, everybody, and it's a privilege and opportunity to speak in behalf of Circle in this event. And thank you, Dubai Chambers, for giving us the opportunity to share our achievements throughout the years, and also to share what is our 2021 look like in terms of responsible business and sustainability and other task force as well. Before anything else, I would like to introduce myself. I'm Benny. I'm the HR manager for Circle, looking after the transport sector. Circle is a global organization which we are partnering with public sectors, and in the Middle East, we're about 3,500 staff over 4 different countries in the region. Next slide, please. So in 2017, we have joined the Dubai Chamber of Commerce Sustainability Network and Center for Responsible Business. Circle started getting involved in the task forces in 2018 by first attending the seminars and meetings and understanding the process and how we can progress in this network. In 2019, we have actively participated in the campaigns and other activities. And in 2020, we have more progress in learning and sharing with other network members. And obviously, 2021 is a year for us to continue our initiatives and projects and leading the green buildings, and provided the opportunity to speak in this forum as well. Next slide, please. So in terms of the different pillars in the sustainability network, we are involved in the workplace, amortization, employee well-being and welfare, diversity and inclusion, and in the community, road safety and waste management and green buildings. Next slide, please. So the first initiative that I would like to talk about is Circle Green. Circle Goes Green is an initiative that we've launched to support energy efficiency, water conservation, and waste management programs, which aims in optimizing resource utilization, promoting and inculcating environmentally sustainable service delivery culture, both for Circle and its clients. In our commercial and university contracts in Abu Dhabi, for example, Circle is leading green building sustainability initiatives by helping our clients' facilities achieve the LEED existing buildings and O&M accreditation status. What does that mean? In the next slide, please. Is Circle was able to achieve one of the university site in Abu Dhabi, preventing 3,077 tons and counting of carbon dioxide emission, which released into the atmosphere, reducing the cooling energy consumption by about 3 million kilohertz per hour, which is a great saving of around 600,000 dirhams. And water consumption decreased by 15.65%. Also on another side in Al Ain, Circle has prevented 1,330 tons of emission of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere, and implementing HVAC and lighting systems retrofits, reducing an annual energy consumption of 14 million kilohertz per hour, and that has created a savings of 4 million dirhams, whilst enhancing our occupant comfort and experience. And as you can see in the graphs, that's our journey from 2017 to 2019 on the ADDC irrigation consumption metrics. Next slide, please. Next slide. Yeah, so some of the pictures wherein in 2019, Circle was given the opportunity to present during the retrofitting existing buildings to green buildings forum. Next slide, please. So on the other task force about employee well-being and welfare, in 2020, we have done really good progress in our welfare initiatives, especially that we are in the middle of a pandemic. So our focus was on the centralization of the well-being initiative across the Circle Middle East contracts and function. We have conducted various different virtual sessions, which participated more than 1,200 participants in SME. We have the successful rollout of our mental health training, which participated 94% of people managers in the SME in just 2 months. We have launched our well-being hub page in our intranet site in July 2020, and so far getting hits of more than 1,500 views per page. We launched our Did You Know campaign via communications channels, reinforcing the key information on virtual health and employee assistance program. And we've implemented LifeWorks employee assistance programs, benefiting approximately 3,500 employees and their immediate family members during the COVID pandemic, which is a very great initiative from a well-being perspective, just going through counseling sessions and going through each of the element in terms of well-being, that employees can just freely talk to a counselor over the phone and virtually as well, which is very relevant during the time of the pandemic. And also 2,200 virtual health encounters was estimated a cost saving of over 250 dirhams over the year in 2020. Next slide, please. So in terms of our road safety program, Serco is committed to health and safety, which is we have a campaign which we call Zero Harm in all our safety, our Serco employees. But also this program has defined Serco road safety policy, expected standards and targets, including zero multiple injury events from minibus accidents. Defensive driving trainings were provided to over 100 Serco employees and subcontractors. The toolbox talks are always implemented throughout the year. In terms of passengers' responsibility and importance of wearing seat belts, as you can see in the photo, we have a seatbelt commitment posters on each of our sites, in each of our Serco offices, and employees commit by signing their names to always wear a seat belt. Also, we are acknowledged by an award dedicated for road safety initiative by the Global Infrastructure Congress and strategic partnership with Road Safety UAE, Dubai Chambers and other companies, and hosting annual road safety conferences in Dubai Police and other thought leaders in road safety best practice. Next slide, please. With regards to diversity and inclusion, where I am one of the leads in Serco Middle East on this task force, our diversity and inclusion is divided into 4 pillars. So one pillar is about the varying abilities or people of determination, gender diversity, multicultural awareness, and nationalization. So as you can see in the graphs, you know, diversity and inclusion is always a journey. It's not going to happen overnight. So since 2016 until currently, until obviously as we continue this journey, it is about laying the foundations, looking at our policies and procedures, looking at our assessment methods, for example, looking at the employee culture and the organization culture and people managers awareness in terms of the different initiatives. 2018 was about extended of nationalization across the Serco Middle East and raising the profiles and awareness of gender diversity in Serco Middle East. And 2020, 2021 is embedding the different programs in each of the different sections on diversity and inclusion. Next slide, please. So here in 2019, Serco was able to present our diversity and inclusion strategy to the Sustainability Network members. And next slide, please. And every year we are publishing our annual milestone days and our annual calendars in terms of the different events in the region, but also globally. And it highlights the different projects and initiatives throughout the year that we carry into the programs. Next slide, please. So focus on nationalization as part of our journey in diversity and inclusion. At the moment, we are a platinum status in the Ministry of HR and Human Resources and Amortization in recognition of our nationalization initiatives. We have a nationalization framework which was developed to define more structured approach in hiring the nationals, training, promoting, and retaining nationals. We have a suite of national development programs was developed to ensure that we have a development initiatives for national talents at every level of the organization. And the Al-Mazar program is an experience and mentoring program for high potential nationals and was launched in 2017, wherein it has really made a really good impact and progress throughout the years until this year, obviously. Also, our focus on the nationalization this year, a launch of this year was obviously on the Forsati program. This is a program which is a key element in the Serco Middle East Development Framework. The program is aimed for interns and graduates of local universities that provides opportunity for local talent and gain practical experience in the form of work placement across the contracts and functions in the Middle East. So the benefit for the participants will gain valuable insights and experience in professional working environment in a multinational company. And also obviously for the benefit for us is to expose our brand in local talent with the aim to release our vision to become an employer of choice for national talents. Next slide, please. Focus is on Serco Unlimited. We have branded our differing abilities or people of determination program as Circle Unlimited. And Circle Unlimited framework focuses on our four main priorities for this year, which supports to achieve the following. So our framework is on accelerate, educate, cultivate, and celebrate. Each of these sections in the framework has their specific objectives. For example, for accelerate is to prioritize our support in the business around protected characteristics, reviewing our recruitment processes, testing our policies, and helping to improve rates of disclosure. Education is on awareness of protected characteristics, improving perceptions and removing barriers and biases. Cultivate is on looking at forge and build partnerships with external bodies, other organizations, local communities, and government boards, which supports and bolsters the work of each network. And celebrate is about the profiles, raising profiles of each of our networks externally through awards and accolades, and as well as recognizing our people internally who supports the network as well. Next slide, please. So here we have been recognized by the Dubai Chamber of Commerce for Responsible Business in 2019 as a certificate of appreciation as part of the network, and actively participating in all the initiatives and programs of Dubai Chamber of Commerce. Next slide, please. As the previous speakers have already mentioned, I would just like to add some of the key learnings and benefits to be a member of the Dubai Chamber Sustainability Network. It is an opportunity to network with other organizations who are members of the task force. It is also an opportunity to share knowledge on industry standards and best practice locally or globally. It is to update the information of latest innovations and solutions in each of the task force that can be applied in the workplace. It supports guidance and for when developing your organization initiatives and projects, and learning from each other's platform and initiatives and achievements as an inspiration to continue with your initiatives as well. Next slide, please. So a key message to other organizations: being a task force member is a journey. Make use of the opportunity to network, share knowledge and expertise, and benchmark with the other organizations. Work towards a common goal to be a responsible business and create a positive impact to the community, and have fun as you go along. And again, I would like to take this opportunity to thank the Dubai Chamber of Commerce team, Dr. Sangeeta, and everyone in this forum. And let's continue our journey to be a sustainable and responsible business. Thank you very much.